Muslim men snap a teen's neck and burn her body, tell police in 4 words why she deserved it. While a beautiful young woman was on her way home from work, 3 men attacked her, brutally breaking her neck and setting fire to her body. However, after the men were arrested for the teen's murder, they had just 4 words to explain exactly why the young woman deserved her grisly punishment. Although leftists claim that violence and misogyny have nothing to do with Islam, 91% of honor killings worldwide are committed by Muslims. Disturbingly, Sharia law allows the perpetrators of such crimes to be acquitted of murder charges, permitting them to go free. As all other oppressive Islamic compulsions, this medieval brutality has made its way to the West with the spread of Islam, and the religious justification is always the same. Hanan al-Bahiri was just 19 years old when local police discovered her mutilated corpse in Latakia, a small Israeli town just north of Beersheba. Although she was still a teenager, Hanan had just divorced her disabled husband from an arranged marriage and was working to help her widowed mother pay off the dowry she was forced to return to her scorned ex. As she was making her way home from work on May 3, she called her mother to let her know that she would arrive shortly. Sadly, Hanan never made it home. The Times of Israel reports that Hanan was abducted by her uncles, Sager and Yunus, and her cousin, Mohammed, who were enraged over her recent divorce. The trio violently broke Hanan's neck before setting her body on fire and burying her nearly unrecognizable corpse. When investigators uncovered Hanan's remains, they also discovered that the Muslim killers had viciously murdered the girl, not because of any Islamic offenses but because they feared the newly divorced woman might meet and date men. Police confirmed that they have arrested 6 family members suspected of involvement in Hanan's gruesome death. One of the detainees, although authorities did not specify who, eventually confessed to participating in the slaughter and led police to the girl's remains. Authorities excavated Hanan's desecrated corpse near one of the family members' homes. The state prosecution announced that Sager, Yunus, and Mohammed would be indicted on Sunday for the murder of their female relative. Contradictory to typical Western political correctness, the prosecution used the term dishonor when referring to the Muslim suspects' motivation for their crimes, indicating their possible acknowledgement of religious compulsion. While Muslim relatives commonly kill or disfigure female family members for un-Islamic or Western behavior, the case is somewhat different in that the men sought to restore family honor for suspected future sins. However, their justification is still within the realm of Islamic law. Quran 2-228 establishes that men are a degree above women and are, therefore, given authority over them. Specifically, Scriptures 4:11, 4-176, and 2-282 explain that because a woman's worth is half that of a man's, they are not to be granted equal rights in the household, marriage, or court system. These passages are the basis for the Quran's allowance of men to marry 4 wives and have unlimited sex slaves while women must remain faithful to a single husband. Once a woman's inferior worth was established, the Quran further explained that men are to beat women not only if they disobey but if they even fear rebellion from them. Scripture 4:34 is not only an explanation for the Muslim killers' reasoning behind brutalizing their young female relative but the justification for such actions. While she hadn't done anything wrong, they feared rebellion from her and punished her thusly. So-called moderates will deny that this is the case, but the violent compulsion isn't condoned only by the Quran. In fact, Sharia law not only grants Muslims the right to kill dishonorable family members but allows them to pardon each other in the event that they are ever found guilty of murder. This is the culture and religion we have invited into our countries and the fantastical idea of multiculturalism. While the West is already as diverse as humanly possible, Muslim-majority countries are just as homogeneous as they are oppressive. Sadly, the flaw in respecting all cultures equally is that not all cultures are created equal. In fact, the cultures that perpetuate violence and misogyny should never be tolerated or respected as they directly contradict the very nature of tolerance and respect.